Friday morning show. It's a new show, and I haven't done a show now for quite some time. I just thought I'd do another show, and I hope you enjoy it. It's, as I was saying, it's pretty frosty out there, and just mind yourself as whatever you do. Can slip, you can, or whatever you do. There's a snow warning out there, as I was saying there this morning. So, the RTE, I was just going to go through a bit of the RTE news. It just says the main news on this: nationwide low temperature and ice warning in place. What it basically says, it is highly unlikely homes will be hit by blackouts and weather warnings. The Taoiseach has said, but he has noted that homes, farms and small businesses being affected can't be ruled out. Treacherous conditions will be set in across Ireland tonight, according to Met Éireann, with 3 weather warnings active today. A static yellow low temperature and low warnings for Ireland came into effect at 10 this evening and runs until noon tomorrow. So, as I was saying there, to be careful out there, people, all my few, all the people that are listening to me, just take it easy there. And government has blood on its hand over wife's death, says Teep. Stephen Teep, whose wife died of cancer because 2 laboratories misread her smear tests, has said that his wife's blood is on the government's hands. That's on the internet there. And outrage as Iran carries out execution over protests. And it also says it's almost impossible to build homes at scale. And Croatia joins Romania and Bulgaria barred. Over 100 seeking refuge to tents as temperatures drop. And mummies returning to Egypt from University College. That story, it says it's mummified human remains among items to be returned to Egypt from a collection at University College Cork. UCC has announced a number of objects in its heritage collections will be repatriated to the Egyptian state. So that it just says that on that. And then the sports, I'm sure it just says Kerry to begin National Football League against Donegal. The fixtures came out today. I was just looking at them there. I'll go through them again. Wicklow's fixtures have came out and all the other fixtures. So it's interesting to read all of them there. So there's a lot of sports going on now in the World Cup and all coming up. I think the match is on today, or they're coming up. The fixtures on the World Cup. World Cup Digest. The Land named new Spain boss. And Portuguese FA denied Ronaldo threatening to quit World Cup. France hoping Mahama will be match England's depth. And Van Gaal responds to Di Maria worst ever coach jibes. There's plenty of fighting going on there. And the fixtures now, it says Morocco, that was the match was on, Morocco won as I was saying, and the fixtures now, fixtures Croatia and Brazil, that match is on today. Then Netherlands and Argentina, that's on today as well, so that's on a 7. The other match is on a 3, Croatia, Brazil. So if I was a betting man, I'd have to say Brazil there is going to win that. So Brazil will be in the semi-final. And then in the other match, Netherlands and Argentina. I think I'd go for Argentina 2-1 about. That's match. That's just my own pick. Who needs Johnny Giles and Ian Brady when you have Larkin predicting his scores? And then Morocco and Portugal. If I was a betting man now, I'd say that kind of match could be fairly even. I'd say Portugal 3, Morocco 2. Just give you that. And then England and France, I'd say that would be pretty even as well. I'd just give it to France. Maybe 2-1. That's the score I'm giving there. So that's my predictions there in them matches. So I just thought I'd give you them predictions. Them matches we played. And then the entertainment news. Celine Dion battling neurological condition. She says she's been diagnosed with a rare condition, stiff person syndrome, after having muscular spasms. And I see Jet Black Stranglers drummer dies aged 84. And Carl Mullen is the ninth celebrity to join Dancing with the Stars 2023. That'll be on next year, so if anyone is interested in that. So that was there. And then the business news, it just says basically inflation eases slightly, but food prices keep on rising. I noticed that when I'm in the shops, actually in the local shops there, the food is very expensive, and everything. It's pretty hard for students, pretty hard for everyone. So I just like to say that. So that's the inflation thing. And wage growth tracker shows first slowdown in over a year. And Meta scales back plans for Dublin headquarters. So that is the main thing. As I'm saying, I went through the weather, I went through the thing, and then the journal just says St. Vincent's Hospital experienced significant delays in processing blood tests for GP patients, and snow falls in parts of country as statues early warnings take effect. I just went outside the door just to check the weather there before I started this podcast. God, it is very cold, but it hasn't started to snow here where I am here anyway. So it just says just shows you, and some places it's saying it's snowing alright. And All Ireland final set for last two Sundays in July as GA confirmed 2023 fixtures. As I was saying, I'll go through them fixtures again some other day. US Congress passes law to protect same-sex marriage, and Mental Health Commission unhappy it isn't vindicate rights of own Curragh residents as it would like to. And trailer, which film will you watch this weekend? It's just giving you a poll there. As I was saying there's a bit about it on YouTube here. It just says here, trailer, just says Nogabo trailer. This is Logan Finnegan directs this horror film about a fashion designer who is suffering from mysterious illness when the family hire a Philippine nanny. The woman attempts to help using traditional folk healing. So that's that film then. And then there's another one, Ghosts of Bagatonio, and Irish director Alan Gilson. Film poem is about the Bohemian Quarter of Baggot Street in Dublin, which is home to eccentrics and artists. The film draws on writings by the likes of Flann O'Brien and Brendan Behan to create a sense of place and memory. And then the next film then is White Noise. That's on Netflix. Noah Baumbach adapts this alleged non-adapted Don Lean's novel White Noise, about a family who have to leave home after an airborne toxic event. That's something like what's happened with COVID, as I was saying there. So just tell you about them films there. Trailers that's on the journal, and I just thought I'd mention that. So I went through the thing. I went through. I'll see how now I'm getting on the podcast, and I'm fine. So I was just going to go now through my local news here, my more local news, to be people news here. It just says here, man to be jailed for manslaughter after killing Vincent, 45, in one punch assault. That happened outside the Royal Hotel. It was a terrible thing there. I think it happened last year, so it was a terrible crime. CPO to help fix cliff walk delayed. I see there's something wrong with the cliff walk and its thing. And then I'm just going to go through this quick, because it just says Squashmallows, Pokemons and Bruden toy tops Christmas list. They're the top toys. I don't know that they have them on the Late Late Show. I'm unsure of that. And then it says sugary delays could see family apart at Christmas. surgery, no surgery I mean. So Mikey McGee, 12, is in constant pain as wait continues for surgery. It's terrible as well, that. And then Keane's body remembered with gift for rapid response. An online fundraiser in remembrance of Keane Martin, who died for crossing the road in July, is raising funds for Wicklow Rapid Response Unit. At the scene of the accident in Shankill, Keane received expanded care from voluntary advanced care rapid response. Keane's brain injury was so severe that he needed a tube inserted to assist in breathing. Sadly, he died the following day in Temple Street Hospital, leaving behind a devastated family of parents Lisa and Liam and his two adult sisters Anna and Cara. The service, totally reliant on charity contributions to say thank you to Keane's family, has set up a GoFundMe page in memory. So it just says more about it there on Great People if you want to buy a copy of that, just read about it. And then the Lays, it just says Sugar Loaf makes Christmas appeal for food and donations. I think that's in the church this week, St. Vincent de Paul's. They're looking for money, so that's in the foot. That's the main collection there. If anyone's going to mass this week, as I remember from last week, it said it in the church. 150 apply for first cost rental homes, and behaviour of drivers during Greystone's flood deplorable, says district engineer. Council workers and Wicklow firefighters clearing drains in Greystones. And Bracy from kiosks for rent if anyone wants to buy them. They're looking for businesses there to buy them. And then Superintendent dismisses buggy stats in phone watch report. There was phone watch report there. Mark Barry co-opted to replace Jody Neary. Thus the co-option of Greystone local Mark Barry at the Social Democratic Party new council Wicklow are welcome at Monday's meeting at Wicklow County Council. And then the defibrillator donated to Enniskerry community first responders. And then the pictures there of Purple House celebrates with candlelit church service. Just there, that's the church there. There's a service there. And then offshore wind project hit milestone. The visual used to complete the geographical survey. Owen McFarland, Energy Renewable Manager, he was talking about it on the paper. There's an article there about that. And unwanted Lego needed. They're looking for people that have a lot of Lego, basically. Jack and Jill's Children's Foundation, with the help of DPA, as asking for Wicklow residents to donate to unwanted Lego. So if you have any unwanted Legos there. And groups urged to apply for Community Monuments Fund. Wicklow TD Minister Simon Harris has encouraged Wicklow community groups to apply for 2020 Community Monuments Fund, which is now open to new applications. And then Disney Dress Up Day is a hit. There's pictures there, more. And then Gospel Choir set to spread festive cheer. One of Ireland's most prolific and uplifting, the Dublin Choir, is coming to Bray this December. The Mermaids Arts Centre will host an evening of festival favourites. So that's on that. And then Lady Knights return to vitalise Greystones. Pictures there as well. And then there's an article there about recent volatilization in the market has seen many older employees in Wicklow shocked at the depleted value of their pensions. So this article is about that. There's quite a big article there. Volatility investment market is perfectly normal, but if you are within sight of retirement, get advice. So that's what I'm saying there on that article. And then there's more there, and I'll just skip a few pages there. It's the 8 Wicklow pubs for cosy night winter drinks. One of them is Phil Healy's Wicklow Town, O'Keefe's Pub Knocknacara, Chester Beatty Ashford, the Horse and Hound Delaney, Chris of Arklow, a Harbour Bar Bray, Egan's Pub Park Bridge, and the Beach House Greystone. So line up announced for Hardy Hat's free Christmas special. And then there's an exhibition there, gallery, Patrick Bulger and Shane Bount there. And then the farming news, Wicklow Farm Dairy Glen product nominated for 2 national awards, I see. And Powerscott Distillery wins at Icons of Whisky Ireland. And Avoca Candle Sale support Gavin Glenn. And then there's an article there, the usual article there, David Macliffe. He took a trip to Bray to meet with Keela folk group member Colm O'Snordy. He recalled his early sporting career, love of Irish language, his writing and his music. So that article there is in that. So, and then fresh start for Seagulls. Fans should be pleased with new signings. Bray Wanderers have pleased with the squad that Ian Ryan is beginning to assemble ahead of the initial trio of Chris Lyons, Luca Lovick and Harry Groom have now been joined by 5 new faces. Dana Massey, David Webster. Massey departed to Carlow Ground and was form fixture in Dublin all-conquering side under Republic of Ireland Stephen Kenny. Webster has enjoyed stints at Shamrock Rovers, St Patrick's Athletic and Finn Harp since departing at Carlow Ground. Both should be seen as a massive coup in the first division. So that's good news there. And Carly's Bray are on the cusp of provincial hurling glory. Bray Emmets hurlers are on the cusp of Leinster hurling glory when they take on Meath Senior Championship trim this Saturday at Aughrim. Manager Paul Carley says the team that works hardest will be crowned provincial champions on the day. And I think that match is moved up a bit. It's at 1 o'clock. I'm going to the match myself there, and it should be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to it. So I hope that Bray Emmets win it, and good luck to them. And I hope really. So great. It should be a good match. So then there's more there. Carnew crowned. And then Dwyer's are too hot for Hogan's that match. Michael Dwyer's 7, Michael Hogan's 2. And Doyle strikes late to send Ratnew to final. It was Ratnew 110, Aughrim 2-6. So, and Kiltegan proved too good for neighbours in A semis. That's the ladies' camogie team. Kiltegan 5-9, Donegal Glen 2-3. That was that score, so I skipped through then a few more scores there. There is a good bit of sport in the great people, local things. And then it just says more about meet the candidates for county chairman in Wicklow. One of them is Fintan Fanning. He's running for election at Wicklow GA chairman in the county convention this Monday. And then the other man that's running is between 2, I see. There's a good bit of reading there to read up about each candidate. The other man that's going is Kiltegan's Damien Byrne is running for election as well in the county convention on Monday night, so that'll be interesting to see who gets it. The top job in Wicklow. So, and then Ryan Cup final GEA. Tom plays big part in history. Maynooth UNI won 7 and UCD 9 points. So that's Tom Moore and Lavin. He celebrates helping Maynooth in victory. So that was good. And then it just says more about the Bray. The hardest, as I was saying there, it says more about Bray there. The hardest working side will win. As I was saying there, Lannan can lead Bray to Leinster crown. So there's a preview there of the match, and Christy Morehouse will be a key man against Trim. That's the senior hurling final, and so that'll be interesting. So I wish them all the best there, Bray. And then Aughrim claimed Shield crown, brave efforts from Coolboy. There is a good, as I'm saying, there is a good bit of reading, so if you get your copy there of the Brave People this week, it makes a good reading there. And and then David Luby, Irish Joy for Thousands show how far we've come as a proud nation. And Meadows is clearly made of the right stuff with 30 fingers to prove it. So that article, I'm not sure what that is about, but just read the headlines. And then Edward Hayden, I see this week's alternative Christmas cake, lemon and almond layered cake, and the recipe is there. It looks nice actually by the picture. I wouldn't mind making that myself. And then the Kilmechanic Diary Senior Citizen Party. There's more about that. Christmas carols, their annual Christmas carol service is on. And then Ireland's Light Up Initiative. So shows you just a few pictures there, and that's the main thing down there. And then around the district, which I'm just going to skip there, and then the car review. The car now that gets it is the new Prius looks to the future. Toyota has opened the next chapter in the Prius story of engineering initiative, eye-catching design, with the world premiere of its 5th generation model. It does look impressive there. The new chapter in this unique Prius story will begin when the 5th generation plug-in Prius is introduced to Europe in spring 2023. I'll have to get one of them. So, and then there's a thing about Kona, the Kona car there. So, and then the jobs, I'm just going to skip through them, and the Children's Crossword, that's the last thing there. It looks easy enough to do. And then wisdom, not populism, will stop dogs' attack. It just says banning large muscular breeds of dogs will not stop dogs' attack, according to Peter Wedderburn. He has an article there. It's interesting reading. And then Jim Hawley's Nature Trial. Goldfinches are very colourful and attractive. There's a lovely picture of a goldfinch there. And then this week in 1984, the hit that was in was Power of Love, Frankie Goes to Hollywood. So that was the main hit. And the main film then that's on Sunday, it's on Sunday there, Channel 4, Miracle on 34th Street, the original film, or 1994, that's the film that's on. And then on Monday, Hannah, 2011, that was a assassin film. And then the Young Offenders, that's 2016, that's on as well. So that's all the news on the Brave People. And before I go now, I was just gonna read out, let me see, have I got it? I was gonna read you out an article there, whatever to pick here in the Ireland Zone, just to finish the article, finish my program here today. And the article, there is quite a few. This is the one I got from Christmas here. It's from Father Peter McFerry. There's an article there about him, and he's just right. It just says a bit about him here now. Peter has been living in Ballymun now for 42 years. He started off in the McDonagh Tower and now lives in one-bedroom Dublin City Council apartment in Shangana Road. When I moved out there was no public service in Ballymun. There was no security and the lifts were often broken. There was no safe place for children to play. Looking ahead to 2023, we would hope to add to our list of apartments and open 200 or 250 new ones. Our preferred method is not to build or buy a building, but to restore a derelict building or site. If you want to build new, you are going to have a lot of objections for local residents. But if people see you working on restoring a derelict building, there's a different story. So what does Peter do to relax? I have simple tastes. I take my Jack Russell dog for a walk in the park, and there are some lovely parks around Ballymun to walk in. I don't watch much television except the main news. I tend to watch CNN news also. Looking back, if I have to start my life again, I would do exactly the same all over again. It's nice to have money and have somewhere to live, but what homeless man needs most of all is respect. I have learned so much from them. Pope Francis is very strong on this. He says that we don't have to evangelize the poor. We have to be evangelized by the poor. I have learned so much from homeless people. They have totally changed the way I think. They have challenged my values, my views of Irish society, challenged at least some of my prejudices and the way I read the gospel. So that's just an article there about Peter McFerry. Just read it there. there is a good bit of writing, as I was saying, a good bit of things there. So if I read you a bit out of it now and again, so I just thought I'd hope you enjoyed my podcast today, and I'll leave you there. I'm well into podcasts. I'll come back with more stuff there to read. There's a bit about songs and music there, so and the Late Late Show. There's an article there as well about the Late Late Show. So thanks anyway for listening, and I'll be back again. And goodbye, and mind yourself out there. So thanks very much.